Today I'm going to work on some oatmeal, milk and honey soap with ground oatmeal in it, and I'm going to use my new stick blender from Brambleberry that I got for Mother's Day. So right now I already had the oils measured and to the right temperature, and the lye mixture measured into the right temperature. I also measured my fragrance ahead, so I'm all set to go. You can see that it mixes up pretty fast. I have palm oil, canola oil, olive oil, and coconut oil. And this stick blender is a lot faster than my other one. So I'm going to put oatmeal in, so I want to have at least a medium tray so that the oatmeal, there, I burped it, so the oatmeal stays even throughout if possible. So I'm going to blend a little more and get that trace accelerated a bit. Okay, it's coming, but it's still not as thick as I want for what I'm going to do. It's funny, my dog runs outside whenever I start the stick blender. I'm not sure what her deal is with it. Okay, this takes a little bit. My oils were pretty cool. I can feel that they're heating up. So it's coming along. Okay, I'm going to add the fragrance next and give it a few stirs. I like to leave the stick blender off at least for the initial stir. And when I put the oatmeal in, I'll probably just stir it in. I don't think I'll need to blend it. Okay, so we'll blend a little more. If I were doing swirls, I would not go to this level of trace. But for additives, this is still pretty thin. I'm going to keep going. This is my most requested soap, this oatmeal milk and honey. The fragrance comes from Brambleberry. I've only tried theirs, so I don't have anything to compare it to. But I love it, and so do my customers. My customers also like the exfoliation of the oatmeal. It's not scrubby, it's just a gentle exfoliation. Okay, you can see that trace is getting a little thicker, but I'm going to keep going. I want it to be thin enough to pour, but thick enough to take the oatmeal all throughout the bar. I don't want the oatmeal sinking to the bottom. It would be fun to try that sometime, but this isn't that time. This is one of my staples that I need to restock. So that's the purpose of today's soaping. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but it's quite thick now. So I'm going to go ahead and add the oatmeal, stir, and pour. The dog just came back in. She knows the blender stopped. So for this amount, I'm going to add 4 tablespoons. Seems to be about right. And now I'm just going to stir with this spoon spatula. See if I can get the oatmeal incorporated with that. If not, I'll need to stick blend or something, but usually this does it. Okay. Now if off, you can see it's getting kind of like instant pudding when you get it mixed and it just starts to set. That's what this trace is doing. This is just such a fun part of soap making for me, is watching that trace start and feeling the soap heat up, watching those chemical changes. Okay, this is now a pretty thick trace. I don't want to wait too much longer to pour. So I'm going to go ahead and pour into the molds. I have silicone molds, so I don't need to line them. I just need to pour and then give it a little shake down. This recipe that I'm using for this just fits nicely in 2 molds. Sometimes with a smidge left over, I've got a bit left over that I'll pour into an individual bar. Okay, I want to shake it down. On these, I'm just going mainly for a smooth top. You can see a little soap there of the tracing. So had I poured it a few seconds earlier, it wouldn't have those trace lines, but that doesn't bother me. Now this will darken the soap in time. So right now it's really a beige, but it's going to increase to be a tan by the time it's done. So I hope you enjoyed that, and thanks for watching.